Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I am here to do my November layout share. However, because I did 30 days of sketches, this is probably going to get broken into 2 or 3 videos, so it's not crazy long. And yes, so I'm hoping that this gets posted after I post day 30 because I know I haven't shared that yet. So let's dig in and we'll get started. I just grabbed what was at top, so we're probably starting with the most recent layouts. I will try to remember what day they are. I will try to put the sketch up here and we will get through this. Here is this one. This one's on top because I haven't glued my sequins down yet. This one was actually for day 28. I had the beautiful Jen join us as well as Christina and Crystal, so that was a fun one. This one was on American Thanksgiving, and I had so much fun playing with the circular element and then just adding all my deer stuff is all there. I love it. It is a Christmas layout because it was my Christmas work party from last year, so I did end up saying Holly Jolly Christmas Party, but it was more meant to be like a love layout that turned into a Christmas layout. So I really love this one. I'm gonna quickly just pop it up and lay it down because I have to glue those sequins on still. This other one is the other one I have to be very careful of because I haven't glued this one down yet either. This one is for day 29 and I love the way this one turned out. It is so different from my style and what I normally do. I love it. So I did some mixed media and I used I think they're called Hirataki, this one, these watercolors, and I just mixed the color until I kind of got that, and then I added in the red, which was scary but it worked, and then the title and my 2 photos of Jackson. Well, actually there's more because it's a flip book with all the cute photos of him from my little photo shoot from Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving. And I really love this. I used some Pink Fresh Studio because it made me think of that, and looking back at it, the color scheme is very Moira, so I think that's kind of fun because I don't get a whole lot of time to kind of embrace my inner other crafters, trying to get so much done. So this is a fun one. It makes me happy, but I also need to finish it, so I'm gonna just put that one aside too. Okay, I think the rest of them should be good. So here is day 30. I'm hoping this has been shared. I had tons and tons and tons of fun playing with this one as well. It got all the triangles and the swirls and a really cute photo. I have kind of been waiting to scrap because I wasn't sure how I wanted to document it, and I feel like this works really well. So Sean with Nora and Jackson, Nora's first Christmas there. I have a photo of Sean and Jackson. I just documented about Jackson's first Christmas, and I hope to this year get a photo of Sean with Barrett or with all 3 so that I've got their first Christmases just with Daddy documented. So yes, I love this. This was also for Spiegelbaum Scraps, basically to highlight, don't forget to use up your older supplies. There's a reason why we buy stuff, so pull out those older sequins if you put them away, and pull out the flare and get everything, you know, used up. So that was what that one was all about. Here's the one where I used those tags. That's a big thing for me. So if you can remember, all the way back in October and September, I was trying to use up these tags. Never happened. I got it used up, and I used it for, I believe this was day 28. That circular one might have been day 27. It doesn't matter. You'll see the sketch up here. And so, yes, I did some mixed media. I added my photos, and this is just really fun. It's from Halloween of last year. So Nora's second Halloween. She was Superwoman or Wonder Woman, and Jackson was a Transformer, Bumblebee from Transformers. So yeah, mixed media. I got all the takes. I got a bunch of those puffy glitter stickers used up, and I even used up a few just random stickers. So love. Here is, now here's this one isn't taped down either. This is the one where I've got Nora from Thanksgiving, so all I have left to do is Barrett, But so here's Nora's one, and I made it all girly, and I used some of my Maggie Holmes stuff. I had all these branding strips left over. It's basically all I had left over from that collection, so I really wanted to use them up. It worked perfectly with this. I did some hand stitching in the hexagons, which was the theme of that sketch that I really loved. And I used some of her just chipboard and stickers and anything that kind of was Maggie Holmes. I made it work. And then Love the Way You Shine was my title. So I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. Notch, fold over. That is a big theme. Fold over, notch. Big theme. So this one I struggled with. However, I think in the end, once I get the other two photos, I haven't taken them yet. I plan to take them. I plan to have 1 or 2 more photos right here to kind of finish off the story. It's going to work better. But this is just documenting how Nora likes to be on Sean's shoulders, and just from a baby to a toddler to, well, young baby, you know, really little, kind of little toddler. And then I hope to have one of her, you know, before she gets too big to do that. Maggie Holmes, this one is from a Carta Bella collection, the sticker sheet there, and then some, which is what the banner was inspired by, was that Carta Bella sticker sheet. So yes, very, very pleased with the way this one turned out as well, though it's not, it doesn't feel complete. But I was really happy to get this Happy Project Life card used up, because other than using it for maybe a Christmas layout, I really wasn't sure how that was going to ever get used. All right, here is this one. This one makes me happy. I love the colors to it. I really, really am pleased with the way it turned out. And so I followed the sketch pretty closely. I followed the sketch pretty closely on all of them, I feel, actually, this round. And Nora from Halloween this year, she was a Dino Princess. I know that's not something you hear very often, but it was the first thing she saw and she loved it, and that was it. She was super easy and she's so cute. And the colors, there's purples and pinks and blues, which work perfectly. So I used what do you call this, cardstock, which is a huge challenge for me, and so I challenged myself to do it a couple times. And I also believe this was tied in with one of these was tied in with my 12 days challenges with Daisy, where to do something that was intimidating, and using cardstock is quite intimidating for me, so that's where that came from. And then because she was a Dino Princess, I have the dinosaur with the little wand to kind of mimic that, and then some florals from Maggie Holmes, the fact that it was 19, and then just Nora loved dressing up as a Dino Princess this year. Fits her personality so perfectly. So there's that one. This one is turned around. Are all of these turned around? I don't think so. Here's this one. I don't love this one, but it's okay. This one is also not glued down, so I can still kind of play with it. I did the best I could with what I had, and I don't hate it. It's growing on me, but I feel like I could do something else. What I actually think I'm going to do is I'm going to tear this right here, so this part is there, and then do something differently down at the bottom. It's the stitching, I think, down here that's bugging me. So we'll go ahead and work with that. But this was documenting Easter from last year, their little egg hunt, and I think you can see the sketch in it. It's there. Like I said, not my favorite layout, but that's okay. It's going to be put into my rework section, and we will see what I can do with it from there. I do, however, really like this one. This was using some of my is it the Good Vibes collection? Now this is older. It's from Crate Paper, but I loved how the colors just worked with my photos and the sketch. It all just kind of worked. So very simplistic. White cardstock. That's not intimidating to me using white cardstock. It's other colored cardstock. A little bit of mixed media, the strips of pattern paper, the title, 2 photos, hardly any embellishing, but it doesn't need it because the photos are so bright and kind of in your face. The rest of it, I feel, just works. So that's Barrett having he's probably tasted food before that, but it's one of his first tastes of food and how much he loves it. So got a Barrett layout worked, which is nice. This is another one I struggled with, and it's better now. I worked on it a little bit since I had shared it, so I'm a little bit happier with it now, but I still struggled. It felt like it was floating, so I feel like it's maybe a little bit more grounded now and then with this, but I don't hate it. I'm wondering if I don't know. I don't hate it. I just need to put it aside to work on it a little bit more. But it's documenting how they're just with their dad. They love to be with their dad. They love cuddling with their dad. Sean is just a really good dad, and I like to convey that as often as possible in my layout. So using tons of Maggie Holmes, that was kind of my goal this month, was to use up my Maggie Holmes Willow Lane collection, and I believe that is what all of this is from. Here is one. So, oh, I lost my G. Is it? Because it got stuck. When you do 30 days of sketches and you don't do them ahead of time, you don't glue everything down and things fall off. So here is one using Altenew collection, and again, I feel like I need to work on my title. The placement of my title isn't correct, but this is Jackson seeing Barrett for the first time. So Barrett's like not even 24 hours old yet, and he just, he was so excited to have a brother. It was just, it's all he wanted. He was super excited, and you can see it in his face, and he just loved it. And then Sean with his two boys, and I love this. It's fun. It's boy themed, but still works for a baby. And I feel like you can see the sketch in it really well. And then this might be my favorite. I don't think I can say that because I have a lot, but this may be my favorite layout from this month. Again, Barrett, I really tried to get at least a few Barrett done because he's not been scrapped much and he's almost a year old, so I need to get going. But these were at the hospital, and it's kind of one of his intro layouts to his album, and I'm so pleased with it. Featured the cut file, simplistic just like the sketch, and it didn't need much, and so I didn't do much to it, and I feel like it works, but it still looks like something that I created, which to me is of course the main point. So really pleased with how this one turned out, and I have been hoarding this Hello World to use for Barrett, and so I'm super happy to have that used. And here's another one using more Willow Lane. Jackson losing his first tooth naturally. So his very first losing his tooth experience was not a fun one. And I don't know if you have followed me long enough to know this, but he caught his tooth on a stitch on the couch, and it ripped his baby tooth out. Thankfully it came out completely clean and it's fine. His adult tooth is already in place and everything is good to go, but it was traumatic and not fun and not the way we meant to meet the tooth fairy. So this one was a much more simplistic way of losing his tooth. He was a little nervous about it, but once it came out he was super excited and he knew the tooth fairy was going to come. So, "Mommy, the tooth fairy is coming tonight," is basically what he said to me. So that's how I got my title. I used up one of these little clocks, which I'm actually struggling to use, so that was nice, and some more of the houses. And then finally for this one, and then I'll stop and post this, get another one up for you tomorrow. But this one, I really love this one too. Again, scrapbooking Barrett, and this is for Spiegelmom Scraps. I stitched a whole bunch of sequins using one of the October releases, and I am so pleased with how this turned out. Barrett was not, his blood sugars were being a little funny, so he had to take a bottle when he was at the hospital just until things leveled off and I could breastfeed him again. So Sean got to feed Barrett, which was a very new experience for him because all of my babies were breastfed until they were about 9 months or so. And so yeah, very new experience for him, and so I had to document that because it was such a new experience. Alright guys, so that's the first half. I will have another video with some more layouts to share with you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.